Hello and welcome to this video for publisher exercise number 5. And so we're going to be reviewing a few skills that you use on a pretty regular basis with Microsoft Office and the different applications you use, but we're going to be using them exclusively in the exercise today. So you want to remember, anytime you copy or paste something, it goes to what is called your clipboard. And this is a temporary holding area used by Windows programs to move or copy text. And sometimes when you exit out of the program, after you copied something or pasted, it'll say, do you want us to keep it in the clipboard for other programs to use? And that's what it's referring to. It's that temporary kind of holding place for those files. So we're going to be using that. Of course, you also want to remember you have your undo button up here. The shortcut for it is Control-Z. And then there's the redo button. So sometimes you're clicking undo and you accidentally click it too many times. So I added in this picture here to the file of Garfield. I'm going to press the undo button, and you'll notice right away I have my redo option because originally it pasted it down here. And I can push redo and it will go back. And that's Control-Y. So Control-Z is the shortcut for undo, and of course Control-Y is the button for redo. And sometimes your buttons are arranged usually in this way. It may be slightly different, so just make sure you're paying attention to that. Very simple to do. We talked about selecting text and objects last time. You just click on it, you're going to see those size handles appear around the object, and that's how Publisher treats each thing inside of the page is an object. So keep those things in mind. Now when we want to copy things, of course you could right click on it and choose copy or cut. I could select it and then press Control and the letter C, and then of course to paste it, Control and the letter V. A lot of easy options of things we can do. So let's go ahead and get started here with the exercise. First thing I need to do is open up Pub05, which you downloaded from Plus Portals or you got from the files for your textbook. So I'm going to go to Downloads, if I could find it, and Pub05 is what we're looking for. Got to double click on it fast, open up. Alright, and we're working with our geo file. So let's save it. So File, Save As. Remember, you're saving it to a different folder. If it's over here, you can click on it. Otherwise, you got to click on Browse and go find it. If it's your flash drive, go to your flash drive. If it's a specific folder, go to that first, then change the name. You don't want to save it in the wrong location and then accidentally end up with two files and mess it up. So 05geo underscore your initials. Make sure you put those in there in all caps. Don't type in .pub. It will add it for you. So I'm going to save it. First thing, it says zoom in so you can see the list items clearly. So I'll do that here. Zoom in so it's mainly just the list items. Of course I have my magnifying glass as well. And what we're going to be doing here, it says to select and delete Discovery Expeditions, and then type camping trips in its place. So over here is Discovery Expeditions. There's a couple ways I could do it. I could double click and it'll select the word. I can triple click, it'll select the whole sentence. That's one way. Or I can click and drag like this as well. So once I do that, if I start typing, it will give rid of Discovery Trips and put in whatever I'm typing. So I'm going to type camping trips instead after selecting it. You could push backspace, but it's more you're adding extra time. Now it says copy the fossil swaps and paste beneath the original. So I'm going to click and drag and select this. I could triple click and then Control-C to copy it. And it says to do it beneath the original. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click after this, push enter. It moves it down one line, and I'm going to do Control-V to paste. Now you see here it added an extra line, so I can easily fix that with backspace. And now I have two fossil swaps there that we're going to change. Now it says edit the second instance to read Jewelry Making Workshop. So I'm going to click and drag, select this. I could triple click to Jewelry Making Workshops. Jewelry Making Workshops right there. And then our next step is we need to undo the last actions, removing the editing and removing the copying. So undo. Now you'll notice I actually went and saved it. So, well, excuse me, I didn't actually save it, but because I saved it, it gets rid of my undo and redo. So keep that in mind. But it also says right away you're going to redo those two actions. So basically they were wanting you to copy or practice clicking undo and redo. So you do want to stay this way. If you did it, great. If you didn't, that's not the end of the world. All right, now it says rearrange the list items using cut and paste so that they're in alphabetical order, except leave and much more at the bottom. So we need to do that. So alphabetical order except for and much more. So this is going to stay here, and then we're going to rearrange this. This part stays up here at the top. So obviously I can see a chance should get moved first, so I'm going to click, drag. I could triple click. I'm going to do Control X, which is cut. I'm going to click in front of geode hunt, and then I'm going to do Control V, which is paste. You'll notice it shoved down geode hunts for me. So, and same thing, we're going to find the next one, camping trips, Control X, and then I'm going to click in front of geode hunts and paste. And you're going to go through and do that. So I'm going to finish that off with this list, moving fossil swaps to in front of geode hunts, and then also jewelry making. I'm going to move here as well to after geode, and then I have it in the proper order. So just like that, very simple to do. We're going to click save. We do need to print our publication, so we're making that PDF file. So I'm doing file, print, Microsoft print to PDF. I could do Control P to go to this, choose print, and then we're going to save it in that folder with the same name. So 05geo underscore my initials, and then I push enter. Very easy to do. All right, we're going on here to the next part of the exercise. We need to open up, so I'm going to do File, Close, and then I'm going to choose Save, and then File, Open, and we're going to go and find our file opub05a. Now it says to print it for reference. So what you're going to actually do is probably just, you could open it up and do split screen or whatever. I will open it up here and do split screen on mine. So downloads, opub5a, and it says we also need to open up opub5b. So open, browse, opub5b. So you definitely need to open up opub5b. Hope if I can, there we go. So I'm going to split screen it here. Now you can see basically what we're doing is we're going to be transferring this information here to our other file over here. So we need to save this as wash05. So file, save as, and of course going to our folder, wash, or excuse me, 05 wash. Have the numbers first. 05 wash underscore my initials. I'm going to push enter. Now what you're going to do is you're going to use a combination of retyping and copying and pasting to make the information on this one match this. So you're going to take the information from here and put it over here. Now you do need to use best fit as we learned in the last lesson. Okay, and there's a couple things that you do need to get rid of. So I'm going to show you it first, and I'm going to let you enter in the information on your own. I'm not going to be doing this with you because you can do this by yourself. So the one thing you do need to get rid of is down here, get rid of the logo. So I'm going to click on it, choose delete, and then go in and fill in all the information in here from into this one from this one. So I'm going to actually go and just minimize this one here and then make this one bigger, so that way you can pause this if you want to and see it. Otherwise you can always open the file as well and look at it that way. So here's our information that we have for it. I'm going to save this for myself here. Well, actually, I'm not going to save this one. You would save the other one and submit it. So for this exercise, you need to submit 05 wash underscore your initials, and then also you need to submit 05 geo, the publisher file, and the PDF. So those three files here for exercise number 5.